Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of Wargame Review Institutions. This is Alpha Omega, a game of tactical combat in space. It's from Battle Line Games from 1977. This is an old one. Got it from my friend. He sold it to me for a reasonable price. It's partially punched, but looks like everything's in there. Back of the box has nothing written on it, but it's possible that when this was new, it was in shrink wrap, and they had a piece of paper with the stuff written on the back about the game. Some games were like that back then. All right. Looks like he played a few games, and these are the ship record sheets, or the ones that he used. Some very old pencils. And includes, I don't know if these are original dice, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 D6 dice in here. These are stuck together. What's going on here? That's page 7. Oh, it's turned over. All right. Go over the player aid sheet first. It's got a weapons characteristic chart. Some of the stuff looks interesting. Xenolite bomb type A, Mason field generator, dispersion field, energy web, mass distorter, argon accumulator. Interesting. And there's a drove movement table. I'm not sure what a drove is. Maybe that's the enemy. I don't know. And on the other side, it's got a range attenuation table, a program matrix, interesting, dispersion table, and a sensor cloaking differential table, and a damage hit table. All right, we'll do the rule book last. Here's some of the counters. It's got some, I don't know if these are some weird looking spaceships or what these are here. Looks like there's even some planets and stuff and some numbers. Let's pull out the other counters. Here's the ones he punched out. And here's all the spaceship looking things. They're actually pretty thick counters. Single-sided, but for 1977 I wouldn't have expected more than this. Actually I like these because they're nice and thick. Here I guess is the map. I've had people tell me it was too expensive to print black maps back in the day. Well, here's a black map printed back in the 70s. I think that was when I was complaining that I think it was Starfire from Task Force Games was using a blue naval map. I was complaining about that and some people got mad at me. Well, life goes on. Here's another one here. Kind of an interesting, I mean, it's just a star map, but it's usually these are just black with hexes, but I mean, this has like some nebula and stuff on it up, oh, let me pull it where it's in the view. I think that's some kind of nebula or something, and little stars and stuff. This isn't bad for a black star map. This is actually pretty good. Let's see what else we got here. Lots of ship record sheets left. That's good. All right, now we're back to the rules. Alright, it's going over the game components. Oh, this means scrambler here. That's a minefield. Okay, the moon, well, that's obvious. A drove, I guess that's a unit, several ships. That's what they're calling them. That's cool. Escort cruiser. Here's a star base. This looks pretty cool. Especially considering how old it is. I'm sure it was people who played it back then probably thought it was really cool. Here's the basic game rules, how to play. You have a plotting phase, movement execution phase, firing phase, and then a transport phase. Now it's going over the log sheet. And here it's going over how to move. I wonder if this uses like vector movement or movement where once you start moving, you keep moving unless you fire an engine the opposite direction or something to slow you down. I wonder if it's like that. All right, it's going into the deep into the movement rules here. That's cool. Combat. Going over different weapons. You got beam weapons that's going over and stuff. Here it's going over the Mason field generator. Something you fire at other ships. Okay, so I guess that's some kind of weapon. It's going over dispersion fields. Astral bodies and ECM tracking. That should be electronic. I assume that stands for electronic countermeasures. That's good. Yeah, they would have known about ECM in the 1970s because, like, in the Vietnam War, a few aircraft had it, like the U-2 and stuff. Going over outposts and star bases, cargo containers, and then explanation of the tables. And it's got some optional rules. Now it's going over the Xeno Light Bomb. That's a neat name for a weapon. Oh, there's even minesweepers here. Mass distorter, minefields. Black hole mine, that's cool. Guys who made this had a good sense of imagination. Here's the designer notes. It looks more like they're just getting in the fluff behind the game, storyline behind it. Looks like he's wording it like these were actual events that occurred. That's cool. And we have our scenarios. Scenario 1, how many are in here? Scenario 2, well, there's a bunch of them. 3, there's 4 and 5, 7, 9. There's scenario 15. Scenario 16 makes it all the way to scenario 20. That's great replayability. That's 20 scenarios you can play. That'll keep you busy for a while. This looks really promising. I'm glad I bought this from my friend. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please click like on it. And if you've tried this game, definitely chime in and let us know about it and about some of the games you had and some of your experiences with it. And have a good evening.